Hello everyone in YouTube land. This is a follow-up video I've making for a friend. The first video was describing to him the very basics of how to play a 12-bar blues progression, and my friend plays guitar, and he's trying to learn, advance his skills and knowledge, and I've been corresponding with him on the internet, and so this will be a second video to the first of the 12-bar blues progression, and this video is just going to focus on why you are using the chords you're using in each key. These are the sheets I provided him. This is 12-bar blues in the key of E, printed copy, and I wrote the chords on there: E, A7, B. That's A, and we got C and D and the rest of them. And I provided them these sheets on the first video and gave an example. Now, 12-bar blues progression is, of course, 12 bars, and you play them in a certain arrangement using certain chords. Best way to describe it. This video will focus on why are we using the certain arrangements of chords in any key. So we will use the key of E to explain that. Okay. Of course, the 12-bar blues progression in key of E, where you're using the chords E, A, B, those three, and they are based on, let me pull this sheet up here and refocus. Okay, move the camera up. In the musical scales scheme, those three chords are derived from tonic, number 1, tonic, number 4, subdominant, number 5, dominant. This will be, you don't really have to worry about these three words here. What you really want to focus on is 1, 4, and 5 in finding your chords for 12-bar blues progression. And I'm going to explain how to do that. Remember, 1, 4, and 5. A little musical theory here. Not much, nothing rocket science. And let me refocus that. Get it where you can see it. Okay. And this is Musical Theory 101. Nothing heavy. This area right here is the chart, the degree of scales, and music has like 7, 8 notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes. 7 notes is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And except for E and F and B and C, you have flats and sharps between them. So a C is a note. C sharp, which would be a half step, is another note, and then D is a note. C and D, between those would be a full step. Between C and C sharp is a half step. I don't mean to put a bunch of theory in here, but just a basic understanding. And then D sharp is a half step, to E, then that would be a full step between D and E, and so on. Now, the exception to this rule is E and F. There's no sharps or flats between them. And the same thing would apply to B and C. Okay, just kind of absorb that later. This is the main point I want to emphasize on finding your chords. Back to this sheet here. Okay, what we're looking for in the finding the correct chords in a 12-bar blues progression in any key is the 1, 4, and 5. The tonic, subdominant, and dominant. 1, 4, and 5. Those are your magic numbers. Keep those, memorize them. 1, 4, and 5. So in this case, let me zoom back to here. Let's say in the key of C, you're playing at 12. You got the chart, okay? And you're in the key of C, and you have 3 chords in the key of C that you're playing. How do we derive at those chords? How are they selected? Okay, 1, 4, and 5. C. 4 is F, and 5 is G. Just that simple. So key of C, in your degrees of scales, you're counting 1, which would be the chord you're playing in. 4 and 5. You just look up here. 1, 4, and 5. Now, in selecting the chords in another key, let's say E, E would be the main chord, the key you're playing in, and E actually becomes, instead of 3, it becomes 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. E is 1, 2, 3, 4, A, and 5. So E would be the number 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, and 5. So E. I'm getting a little confused myself. E, A, and B, because E is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the subdominant, and 5. So E, A, and B. I wrote it right on here. I don't know if you could see that, but I wrote E, A, and B. E is the tonic, A, the number 1, A is the subdominant 4, B is dominant 5. You use this method and you're good. Now when you're counting this chart here, let me zoom back. When you do your count, E, F, you're not counting the sharps, so you're not counting F, you're not counting G, anything with the that symbol right there. I forgot what you call it. So you just E, F. If it F sharp, you don't count it. G sharp, you don't count it. E, number 1, 2, You don't count that 3. You don't count that G sharp. You don't count that 4, A, and 5. Okay. Watch this video a couple times. You'll get the concept. And we'll communicate on the phone as well to clear up any questions you have. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching this video.